please.
Mayor Morris,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Curtis,
Here.
Alderman Green,
Here.
Alderman Welch,
Here.
Alderman Medray,
Here.
Alderman Jones. Here. Mayor, you do have a quorum.
Thank you, Mayor. Russell, you want to lead us in the pledge of allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, to Texas, one state, under God, and one indivisible.
Thank you everybody for coming tonight.
Hello? Okay, I'm gonna put you on
Full house. Do we have any citizens comments?
Andrea Spearing, are you who's there?
the Andrea, you on the line?
I am?
Yes, you have your 3 minutes to speak.
Okay, just one sec, I've gotta get on a better speakerphone here. Okay, this is Andrea Spearing, 16617 Jamaica Beach Road. I'd like to address the agenda item of the possibility of a Jamaica Beach City LED sign. While I understand this sign is proposed to be solely for the use of the city, I'm opposed to such signage. First off, a majority of Jamaica Beach citizens opposed a commercial sign of similar nature several years ago. Secondly, the city has adequate methods of conveying information to its citizens. There is the city's Facebook page, the new city website, email, and even the old school phone blast. 3, we do not need another light source along 30-05. There's enough light pollution. And how will this lighted sign work with the city's light ordinance? 4, LED signs are distracting to drivers. We have enough traffic issues without adding an additional distraction. 5, my understanding from the bid posted on Facebook is that this sign will be controlled using cloud-based technology. This requires stable internet. As we know, this is not something that we can count on here on the West End. Internet is the first to go in any storm, limiting the sign's usefulness as an emergency notification method. 6, at a cost of $26,000, and I'm assuming this is below bid, this is a significant expense. Annual costs will be added on after the first 3 years. Have we figured this in and how this will affect future budgets? Could not this money be used for something of more value to the citizens? Say, drainage ditch cleanup, improved signage in canals and wake zones, support of the volunteer fire department, improved remote access to council meetings besides Facebook, supporting social media for city government, enforcement of lighting and noise ordinances. A related item I'd like to bring up is the enforcement of the city's light ordinance. This is directly affected by signage such as this. My reading of the light ordinance is that all exterior lights, commercial and residential, should be hooded to make good neighbors and avoid general light pollution. I would respectfully ask that an LED sign like this would not meet the light ordinance that we have in our city. Thank you, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Next item will be comments and reports from members of council.
Thank you, Mayor. First off, our fire chief, Kyle Baden, mentioned to me that our EMTs needed new recliners for the EMT apartment. I called Marcy Malone, who contacted the Jamaica Janes and the Jamaica Beach Social Club. Together, they raised $1,600. Jody with Starfine Furniture is donating the second recliner. They'll be delivered Tuesday to the TMS apartment at the Jamaica Beach Fire Department, and all delivery and everything's already been arranged. There's a little left over, and so they are going to purchase a few kitchen items with the extra. A big thank you to our generous social groups. That'll really help our EMTs when they have downtime. I can also report that our Stars for Troop volunteers have now shared over 4,000 stars with active military members, veterans, and first responders. Stars have also been shared with our Border Patrol officers. Our goal is to make sure that our military and first responders know that we're here. We here in Jamaica Beach appreciate them. If you'd like to help package and share stars, please contact me. I also noticed that we have lots of officers here. So if you would get with me after the meeting, I'd like to personally share a star with you. These are a token of appreciation from our city, where we use the stars from used flags, and we had congressional approval to do this. And so it would be something, so please wait after the meeting. I'd be happy to share them with you. Also, the West Galveston Island Property Owners Association meeting will be Saturday, October 22nd, 9 a.m. at the Galveston Country Club. Our Congressman, Randy Weber, will be the guest speaker. The videos will also be posted on YouTube. Mayor, Mr. Hyman officially resigned as of October 14th, but you've asked him to stay for an unspecified amount of time. The citizens of Jamaica Beach deserve to know the date of when Mr. Hyman will no longer be on the payroll. I hope that you will include that date in your message tonight. Thank you.
I don't have anything.
Trunk or treat at the park on Saturday, October 29th. We're combining that with our National Night Out. Our police force will be there serving hot dogs and other things, and you're encouraged to participate. Bring your car and a trunk full of candy. Oh, that's a good question. 5 o'clock, right? 5 to 7 p.m.
Thank you. Thank you, members. All right. Trying to communicate more of goings on throughout the city. We're really making some great progress, and I feel as though we got our momentum back under us. Some of the things I'd like to bring up and discuss. The first 3 phases of the water line replacement project have been completed. We're currently in the engineering phase of the 4th phase. This phase will include Lewis Scott and Captain Kidd. It's up here in the front, in the center of the village. And it will also include the entire length of Jamaica Cove Road. That's in the back of the middle. We'll be seeing that done this year. The beach is looking the best it's been in several years. I'm really excited about this project. With the new signage and traffic control, I feel as though this year has been better than the last. I'm very excited about our new dune fencing. This will help build our dunes and protect us from storm surges. When we get some of the dunes built up, I'd like to see another phase of this project with planting some vegetation to help hold it all together. You guys are gonna have to excuse me. I've been running all day. I gotta take a breath. Been non-stop. All right, some of the beachfront homeowners, they have little paths cut through the dunes where they've been walking, and it's actually worn down the dunes and the vegetation. I'd like to urge these homeowners to build dune walkovers, so we close this gap, and it will keep the water surge from coming through. The road project was a great step and very much needed, thanks to the county that matched funds. It only cost the city $400,000 as opposed to $800,000. Rough numbers. I'm sure everybody's noticed the upkeep and beautification going on. For example, the park looks fantastic. And thank goodness, City Hall finally got some much needed attention. It doesn't look like a bait camp anymore. The new paint, the power washing, the painting looks good. Starting to look like a respectable village again. All right, in the future, we got a lot going on. We got a lot coming up. Trying to get a handle with what we have, but we really need to set forth a goal-setting session and a capital improvement plan. We got to look at not just this year, but the next 5 years. So I really would like council to sit down, have a goal session group going on, a capital improvement planning project, and we gotta figure out how we're gonna fund that. I think that's the next big step in the direction the village needs to go. I wanna send out some thanks and some pats on to the back to some great citizens. We've had such positive citizen interaction lately. Really some great people stepping up, great ideas, motivated, and I'm sure I'm missing some. But Jesse Zabeta, for some reason, he's mowing and edging the bird sanctuary over there off of Bob Smith. I don't know why he's doing it, but kudos to him for getting out there. Big thanks to Tom and Lillian Quigley. Big thanks to Lillian for putting up with Tom. Their passion, ideas, support, and hard work is outstanding. Love to see that. Thanks to Justin Stiff. He's always keeping an eye out for our city. I gotta catch him on once a week, let me know something's going on. Caitlin Williford, just met with her a month ago. She's got some great ideas. Not only is she getting involved, she also jumped on JBIC to make a difference. I'm sure I'm missing some guys, but this is my quick list. All right. I have a lot more. I will work harder on my communication, but that's enough for tonight.
Thank you. Directors, start off with, Rob, you wanna go first?
Sure. RNA road boring, we're here this past week, and there's they completed the work between John Silver and Francis Drake. So we're gonna have real good water around that area, okay? They finished it up in 1 week, which was great. Nobody did without water. And while they were out there, we saw wild plants growing, and we were able to save a palm tree and some other plants. And they actually saved the palm tree from being torn down. And we placed them here in the Esplanade on Buccaneer. So it was about a $1,500 savings for that one. It was free. And and while we were there, we found there were some more out there. So we don't want to tear anything down, but we love to have the beauty here. So we're gonna see about what we can do about bringing them. I mean, while they're here in town, to saving more trees and replanting them within the city. Mayor Pro Tem and I received a phone call from Mercer as they were doing the engineering, and they found out that we have a 6-inch line where they were going to put a 6-inch line. It was already there, so there's going to be a savings on the next phase of the water project. So that's something that we didn't anticipate. So there will be a surplus on that project. They'll be able to go ahead.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, yeah, well,
Sorry.
yes.
Wasn't a question.
So, yeah, so that was a really great, really great news. As you know, I'm sure all of y'all saw all the signs were put up, the street signs, and that was a plus. There was a few missing, but we're getting ready to do that. And I'm a fan of American Pickers. I don't know if y'all ever watch it on the History Channel. So the ones that were replaced, we're gonna sell those. If you'd like to buy the street sign from here, decorate the bottom of your houses or whatever. If you have a camp out, we will be selling them. So I don't know what our price is going to be, but we hope to use that money for beautification. Plants, more greenery out here. So the street signs are done. The park is looking wonderful. So I mentioned this at the last meeting. I get your complaints. I get them, and I have really leather skin, so it's not gonna bother me when you cuss me out. But I can't do it in one day. I've gotten some calls that are crazy. Anywhere from we're diluting the mosquito spray because they can't smell it, to legitimate complaints. We're getting we're getting as fast as possible to making this place a great place to live. I mean, it's already a great place to live, but something that you're proud of, something that's clean. So you have complaints, please do it, but you don't have to cuss me out. I'm cool with it, but if that's your MO, I can live with it. That's all I have right now.
Thank you, sir. Ms. David?
I just want to report that we got the second payment of that Corona state and local federal recovery funds. We were in the assumption we were going to get around $267,000. That's not the case. They deposited $100,260.39 last August. It's 1 year to complete this project. On 9/26/22 this year, we received the second payment, and it's $100,260.39, same as last year's. So, total, $200,520.78. I will be going down to the bank, opening a new account for that particular, those funds. I think Robert's gonna go out to get, a company to manage those funds, to disperse it within the community or however we can see fit, so. Just know we got it all. We can get the 267. We did hire an admin assistant. She started, on the 12th, last Wednesday, Jessica Stark. She lives here, her family lives here, in the community, so we hired a local resident. She's a good fit for our team, so I just wanted to let everybody know we did get somebody. We did get some of the FEMA freeze funds that they were talking about, that Bradwood had tried to get. We only got $1,382.90. Now, Robert has just been given something that they denied, the remainder of that, $4,500, I think. Correct. There's something we're liking that we need to fix or whatever, so possibly we'll get that $4,500 if we correct whatever it is that they didn't like, so. Your year-end financials, I'll get them to you by the end of the month. This is the last month to get everything from September posted to close out the year, so. We will be getting those before the end. That's all I have.
Thank you. Lieutenant Posey.
Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, Council. The police report for this month, calls for service, uniform police activity calls for service was 52. Residential checks were at 32. Business checks at 279. Arrests this month were 6. Citations were 288. And 11 of those citations happened to be city ordinance violations, and was a large glass on beach and golf cart violations. The officers are doing a really good job enforcing our city ordinances and making contact with the citizens here in Jamaica Beach. One of the things I know that was brought up, and I did some research and contacted our contractor, was the city street camera system. 111 Electrical is our contractor we're using for that project right now. And he is currently awaiting the address for the pole that is to be placed at Bob Smith and Peter 5. For the poles, they need to have addresses, and that's what he's working with the county and city of Galveston, because we already have the address available right now for Buccaneer and 305, so that pole's ready to go. Once that's complete, it's dominoes, because once the poles will be in, there'll be center point coming out to provide power to the pole, and after that, EAS Solutions will actually install everything, and the camera will be up and running.
Awesome.
That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next item will be the consent agenda and approval of minutes. So I have a motion to approve items number 1, which is approval of a tabled minutes for correction from a regular city meeting from 9/19/2022, it's attachment A. And item number 2, approval of minutes from the special meeting on 9/26/2022, attachment B. I have a motion.
I move that we approve both of those.
All in favor? Unanimous. Next item. It's up here. Will be new business. First item will be discuss and consider and possible take action to approve resolution 2022-10 designating city representatives to the Houston-Galveston Area Council for the 2023 General Assembly. Do I have a motion to discuss?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second.
Does anybody want to volunteer to do that?
I did it last year. Last 2 years.
I'm the new guy. I volunteered before you all volunteered.
Now you need an alternate.
And yes, we need an alternate. Anybody?
Jody and I did it last year, last 2 years.
Okay, all in favor? Motion to approve?
I'll make a motion that we,
Approve?
designate David Welch as our representative to the Houston Galveston area council.
Okay, you have a second?
I second that.
All in favor? Unanimous.
Are we okay with having an alternate?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'll just put it in there and see what they say.
Item number 2 is the discussion only, no action to be taken on a quote from Intex Science to install a 3x7 LED double-faced, full-color outdoor digital sign. Do I have a motion to discuss?
I make a motion that we discuss that.
Have a second?
Second.
Okay, I'll give a little bit of history on this. This has already been approved. It was approved back even when Mayor Spicer was here. We were just putting it on the agenda to discuss. It will be no brighter or no larger, actually smaller than the Circle K, their price LED sign. You know, it's for to put up notices, anything, activities that are going on, and to be, as Alderman Jones talks about, is to be more transparent and to get the message out. We've always had a lit sign here out front till the last couple of years when it got blew down. It was a lighted sign, and we had to manually go out and put the lettering on it, and that was done for 30 years. So the amount of light is not gonna be that much different. But we definitely wanna open this up for discussion, and Alderman Jones?
Yeah, normally we have, whoever adds this to the agenda is included. And so I'd like to know first who added it to the agenda, was it the mayor or?
I did.
Okay. And, of course, I shared on social media this idea, and there were,
I'm sorry,
pardon me?
go ahead. The city doesn't recognize any social media sites but our own.
But the people have made comments, and there are over 38 comments. 37 of them are against, and, this idea with one person, okay with the idea. So, that's how the city feels about it.
Of the city of 37 people?
That's how the people are not happy with this idea.
Have they been made aware of the specifics of the idea?
Yes, all of it was included with the post, yes, sir. So all of the information from
Was
the
it
agenda.
compared to
packet-
the billboard LED that we had a presentation on one year, or a few months ago?
I
guess
think
it's-
people have been paying attention.
Okay, so, Gil, you have anything?
Yeah, the only objection I have is money. We're starting a new year. We've got, a lot of projects ahead of us. I think it'd be prudent to table this until we know what we're gonna do for the rest of the year as far as expenditures and projects. As far as the light emission and things of that nature, I want some time to look at that. I wasn't aware that we had an ordinance about hooding lights and things of that nature. So I wanna look at that. I think that's important. Whether this is gonna be a light source that meets that, I don't know. But my main concern is that going forward, we're starting a year, that we're real prudent and thoughtful about the projects we're gonna actually do, where we're gonna spend our money.
Thank you for bringing that up. Matter of fact, that's some good points. This is being paid for through a grant we had gotten, part of that 200,000 we got, and then hot taxes. So, and it's already been approved, so it won't be coming out of this year's budget. as far as the light pollution and looking into that, that's great. It will be no more than the Circle K price LED that's out there. So we won't have any laws against that because it's already being done.
I'd like to better understand this grant and where the money's coming from. And I do appreciate it's been already approved,
Yeah.
but somehow those dollars are still there somewhere.
Correct.
Thank you.
Mr. Wilkes.
The only thing I think about something like that is, and I'm not against it per se, and I'm more for than against, but I also am concerned about bright lights at night and migratory birds. If we could find a way where that signage is shut down from 7 P to 6 A or something like that, I think that would be helpful as well. See if that's possible before we go put it up.
We have looked at that and we've talked about that, and whether we put it on a timer or we manually turn it off or on, especially as needed. We're visiting about that already. That's a great point. Russell?
I myself, because I'm so well informed, I don't need it, but it's not about me, it's about all of our citizens. All of our citizens aren't on Facebook. All of our citizens don't have the internet. We used to advertise everything from emergencies to city events to boil water notices. So as a safety, as an informative device, I think it's needed. My thoughts.
I'm kind of with Dave, I don't wanna see any more lights. I wasn't for that other light. And, LED lights are gonna be, that one's gonna be brighter than that one over there. That one always does numbers. This one's a whole 280 something colors. And that's what it said on there, or 381 different colors, which would make me have
It won't be any brighter than what that is what I was saying.
Yeah.
And, to try to compare that, even to get anywhere close to what had been presented to us, that was a 16 by 32. We're talking about a 3 by 7.
Yeah.
The Circle K is a 8 by 10.
Yeah.
So, it's quite a bit of difference. And, we're looking at, there again, we're not looking to vote on this tonight. We were just bringing it up to see where everyone was at. It's good to know.
And I'm not against having more light in the parking lot either.
So everybody is for sure, I'm sorry, I jumped in without being asked. It's gonna be right out in front and it's gonna be the same size as our sign. So it's considerably smaller than what we had, a tremendous amount smaller than the billboard idea. But as you're driving by, look at the size of the Jamaica Beach sign out in front of City Hall and it's going directly under it. This way you get a visual to see what it is.
Yeah, right in front of the flagpoles is what we're talking about.
You can see.
Yeah. Other than that, I guess the mayor's report, just wanna let everyone know, there's a great park board that's been put together, a lot of very active, volunteers. Yeah, and, they are really looking at doing a lot, with the park and beautification. We've kind of combined those two. We've passed our new budget, and along with that comes some new projects that we're really looking forward to, and getting a move on. Third phase of the street projects coming, which is also gonna include the crossing, to the beach. Kind of waiting on to hear what Lucas Construction, what their time schedule is. And then, of course, Halloween parties, for kids and adults, or kids and then adults at the city park. So, that'd be the 29th of October. And other than that, I guess we have a quick presentation from Mr. Link, or a quick comment, not presentation. You'd stand up and let everybody know.
All right. So address you, address the.
Yeah, just address
Hey, everybody. Great turnout.
I'm sorry, council.
And council, good to see everyone. Glad to be here this evening. My name is Link Robertson. I live at 16610 Jolly Roger. I'm a full-time resident. My wife and I have been here about 4.5 years, and I was part of the recent hiring committee for the new sheriff. They chose me as chairperson, for better or for worse. Chief of police, apologies. We had a total of 9 members. We had Officer Scott Rogers, retired New York PD, Alderman Welch, City Secretary Nesbitt, Director of Operations Robert Quintero, Lieutenant Mark Posey, very valuable member of the interview, Mayor Pro Tem Russell Curtis. Of course, we invited Steve Spicer as well, a lot of really good input, Mayor Clay Morris, and of course myself. We had a total of 9 applicants applied from the state and actually around the country. We narrowed it down to 3 candidates. There was one pretty clear choice in our mind. We did do 3 full-length interviews on Friday, and we were mainly looking for, first, someone with previous chief of police experience, ideally. At a minimum, supervisory experience. Coastal experience was also very important. We also wanted someone that had been involved in handling hurricanes, right? 3 very important things to this community. And when it came down to it, it was a fairly easy choice. It was a unanimous decision. And it's my pleasure and recommendation to present to the council and to the city our nominee, Raymond A. Garavay Jr. for Chief of Police.
We'll be going into executive session right now and discuss, and then we will come back in and we will be voting for the clerk. So if y'all just give us, a few minutes, we will get back with you.